Why is recency bias a problem in fantasy football? Have you ever made a decision in fantasy football based on a player's last game, only to regret it later? That's recency bias at work. This bias can lead fantasy managers to focus too much on a player's recent performances instead of their overall history or potential. This can skew your judgment and lead to poor roster decisions. When a player has a standout game, like a running back scoring multiple touchdowns, it's tempting to think they will keep that momentum going. Managers might rush to acquire or start them, expecting that performance to be the new norm. On the flip side, a reliable wide receiver who has a couple of off games may get dropped or benched, even though their overall season has been solid. This cognitive bias can distort how we evaluate players. Football is unpredictable, and many factors like matchups, injuries, and team dynamics can affect performance week to week. If you only focus on recent outcomes, you might miss the bigger picture. In Dynasty or keeper leagues, recency bias can be particularly harmful. Managers may undervalue players who have had injuries or down years, thinking they will not bounce back. At the same time, they might overvalue rookies or breakout players based solely on their latest performances, ignoring whether those performances are sustainable. The practical effects of recency bias can be significant. You might end up overpaying in trades for players who just had big games, inflating their market value unrealistically. You could also miss out on consistent performers by dropping or benching them after a short stretch of poor games. Chasing hot streaks instead of looking at season-long trends can lead to missed opportunities. To combat recency bias, it's important to balance recent performance with historical data. Consider a player's role, the offensive system they are in, and their injury history. Using a broader sample of games and advanced metrics can help you get a clearer picture of a player's true value. Recognizing recency bias is essential for making better decisions in fantasy football. By applying some game theory and psychology, you can improve your strategy and avoid the pitfalls that come with this common bias.